Off the coast of Belize lies a perfect circle of deep blue, a massive underwater sinkhole over 120 meters deep. Divers say entering it feels like crossing into another world. The sunlight fades to black, coral walls drop vertically, and ancient stalactites line the abyss. Formed during the last ice age, it's a window into Earth's distant geological past. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni stretches for over 10,000 square kilometers, the largest salt flat on Earth. After rain, a thin layer of water turns its surface into a flawless mirror, reflecting clouds, stars, even the Milky Way. It's so flat that NASA uses it to calibrate satellite altimeters, proving nature's perfection can outmatch technology. Mount Roraima rises dramatically from the jungle, a flat-top plateau standing over 2,800 meters high. Constant mist shrouds its summit, hiding carnivorous plants, quartz valleys, and rock formations shaped by 2 billion years of erosion. It inspired the Lost World for a reason. It truly feels untouched by time. In Turkey, steaming hot springs cascade down terraces of pure white calcium, forming pools that look sculpted from snow. Over centuries, minerals built natural steps and walls, glowing golden and blue at sunset. The Romans once bathed here, believing the waters had healing powers, and the view alone makes it feel divine. Off Yemen's coast lies Socotra, an isolated island often called the most alien place on Earth. Its dragon blood trees rise like umbrellas over red sands, and 1/3 of all its species exist nowhere else. Harsh winds, coral caves, and surreal silence make the landscape feel more like Mars than Earth. On a remote lake in Patagonia, Chile, are the Marble Caves, Catedral de Marmol. Formed by 6,000 years of water erosion, these smooth, swirling caverns reflect the lake's turquoise color onto their walls, creating brilliant blue and gray patterns. Boating through them is like sailing inside a giant, polished gemstone. In Western Australia, Lake Hillier defies logic with its bubblegum pink water. Scientists believe this unusual color comes from microalgae that thrive in the lake's high salt content. Surrounded by a dark green forest and bordered by the deep blue ocean, this natural cocktail of colors is visible even from the air. It's nature's perfectly tinted masterpiece. Arizona's Antelope Canyon is a labyrinth of flowing rock, carved by centuries of flash floods. The sandstone walls curve and twist, creating ethereal shapes that change with every passing moment. During midday, sunbeams pierce the narrow openings, illuminating the swirling, fiery orange walls. It's like standing inside a wave of solidified light. In the heart of the Karakum Desert, Turkmenistan, the Darvaza gas crater has been burning continuously for over 50 years. Local geologists set it on fire in 1971 to prevent the spread of methane, expecting it to burn out in weeks. Instead, it became a spectacular, permanent inferno, a chilling reminder of the raw power beneath the Earth's crust. The Tianzi Mountains in China's Hunan province are composed of sharp, sky-high sandstone pillars. Mist often wraps around their peaks, making them appear to float above the clouds, a sight that famously inspired the world of Avatar. These unique formations demonstrate the immense scale and drama of millions of years of natural erosion. Lake Natron in Tanzania is one of the world's most caustic bodies of water. Its high alkalinity and temperatures up to 60 degrees Celsius make it inhospitable to most life, except for specialized algae, which turn the water a startling red. Tragically, any animal that cannot adapt is instantly calcified, leaving behind ghostly, lifelike statues. The Namib Desert is the oldest in the world, stretching along the Atlantic coast of Namibia. Its signature feature is the colossal Sausisfly Dunes, stained deep orange and red by oxidized iron. The contrasting colors of the crimson sand, white salt pans, and blue sky make this place a photographer's absolute dream. In China's Yunnan province, the Shilin stone forest is a spectacular array of towering karst limestone formations that rise like ancient petrified trees. Formed over 270 million years, this surreal landscape appears to be a gigantic, impossible forest carved entirely from rock. Tucked high in the Himalayas of India is the Valley of Flowers National Park. For only a few months each year, the entire alpine meadow bursts into a riot of color, with hundreds of species of rare flowers blooming simultaneously. At an altitude of over 3,500 meters, it is a breathtaking sanctuary of rare Himalayan flora. Along the coast of Northern Ireland, 40,000 interlocking basalt columns form the Giant's Causeway. These perfectly hexagonal steps are the result of an ancient volcanic eruption, though local legends claim they were built by the giant Finn McCool. Whether myth or geology, the symmetrical precision is absolutely astounding. Located in Ethiopia's Dallol Depression, Dallol is an alien landscape of vibrant colors. Acidic hot springs create spectacular yellow and green terraces, white salt formations, and multicolored pools. This hydrothermal area is one of the most remote and extremely corrosive environments on the planet. Lake Baikal in Siberia is the oldest and deepest lake in the world, holding more freshwater than all North American Great Lakes combined. Its purity is legendary. In winter, the lake freezes into a vast expanse of emerald ice, often featuring enormous, perfectly formed turquoise bubbles and cracks. In Puerto Rico, specific bays like Mosquito Bay contain billions of microscopic dinoflagellates. When the water is disturbed, these single-celled organisms light up, turning the bay into liquid starlight. Kayaking through the water at night feels like rowing through a living, glowing galaxy. Beneath the Chihuahua Desert in Mexico lies the Cueva de los Cristales, Cave of the Crystals. This natural cathedral is filled with massive selenite crystals, some of the largest ever found, reaching up to 12 meters in length. With temperatures approaching 58 degrees Celsius and near 100% humidity, it is a spectacular, yet incredibly hostile, environment. Nestled in the Valley of the Ten Peaks in the Canadian Rockies, Moraine Lake is famous for its stunning azure water. Its vibrant color is due to the refraction of light off rock flour, fine glacial sediment, suspended in the water. Framed by majestic mountains, it is often called the most photographed lake in Canada. Near Gryfino, Poland, stands the Crooked Forest, a unique grove of about 400 pine trees with trunks that bend sharply just above the ground. Planted in the 1930s, the cause of their deformity is unknown, leading to many theories, from snow damage to deliberate human intervention to produce curved timber. The Waitomo glowworm caves in New Zealand are illuminated by millions of tiny glowworms. These bioluminescent insects hang from the ceiling, turning the dark cavern into a mesmerizing starry night sky. Floating through the silent grotto under this living constellation feels truly otherworldly. Every winter, Alberta's Abraham Lake freezes over, trapping bubbles of methane gas that rise from the decaying vegetation below. The resulting effect is spectacular, stacks of perfectly round, white bubbles suspended in the clear blue ice, creating a unique and fragile winter landscape. Located in the Skaftafell Nature Reserve in Iceland, these blue ice caves form inside the Vatnajökull Glacier. Unlike glacial ice, the compact, ancient ice has almost no air bubbles, causing it to absorb all colors except blue. Stepping inside is like entering a luminous, frozen cathedral. In China's Gansu province, the Danxia landforms showcase mountains painted with vibrant bands of color. Formed by layers of different colored sandstones and minerals pressed together, these rainbow-striped hills look like an artist's colossal canvas that defies belief. The remote Komodo Island, part of Indonesia's national park, is the sole home of the Komodo dragon. These giant reptiles are the largest species of lizard on Earth, reaching up to 3 meters in length. Watching these predators in their natural, prehistoric habitat truly makes you feel like you've stepped back in time. The Black Forest, Schwarzwald, in Germany is a dense, mountainous region famous for its deep, evergreen woods that inspired countless fairy tales. The density of the trees gives the forest floor a dark, almost perpetually twilight atmosphere, fostering a sense of mystery and ancient lore. Fjadrargljufur is a magnificent, serpentine canyon in Iceland, roughly 2 kilometers long and up to 100 meters deep. Carved by the Fjalar River, its sheer, moss-covered walls and sharp bends make it look like a masterpiece sculpted by water and time, especially beautiful when covered in the vibrant green of summer. In the high-altitude regions of the Atacama Desert, a unique phenomenon occurs: penitents. These are tall, thin blades of hardened snow and ice, sculpted by intense solar radiation. They can reach several meters in height, looking like a ghostly army of frozen figures across the desert floor. Taveuni, the Garden Isle of Fiji, is unique because the 180-degree meridian runs right through it. While the international date line technically bends around the country, Taveuni often claims to be the place where you can stand with one foot in today and the other in yesterday, a fascinating geographical quirk.